Alrighty, last time on Invincible, things were certainly continuing to heat up. I mean, they've been heating up since the very beginning of the season, haven't they? But I'm really thinking this is going to be the episode where we start to get some answers to how this is all going to collide. Because we have established quite the ensemble ready for who knows what amount of chaos. As usual, I'm not really sure how anxious I should really be. So I'm just my usual level of anxious, which is pretty high. But let's get into it.
You stayed with me?
I never left.
I feel like there's so much we don't know about Robot. I mean, of course, what he's up to, his plan, what he's creating, but also there have been these little moments where people have said, like, you don't seem much like a robot, you know? Like it's like there is some kind of secret or reveal coming there. It's interesting. Don't know what that could be. Ooh, tense times. I believe he actually loves her. That gives her a certain sense of power. Though, you know, that's no help. It doesn't make it any easier. She's really mad at him. Making coffee the easy way. I can't believe her dad didn't want her to do this. She's absolutely living her best life. It's so idealistic, and look at that. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise. Time to talk.
Why did you keep it?
I used it to take care of Damien Darkblood, but maybe part of me wanted you to find it too.
After 20 years together, I deserve to know the truth. Was someone controlling you? Were you blackmailed?
Asking all the questions we've had.
No.
Then why?
You need to trust me. If you can do that, we'll be okay.
Need more than that.
How could I possibly trust you now?
Because you know me.
There's a lot of things I thought I knew about you. You killed them.
I had no choice.
I don't believe that. You said you wanted to tell me months ago, but you're still not telling me now. No, I don't trust you. Not anymore. You broke that. Get out of my house.
You don't mean that.
Get out of my house!
We'll talk later.
That is a tantrum of an exit. Gosh.
Mark, it's Mom. Listen to me.
I'm not around. You could leave a message, but wouldn't you?
Mark, you little...
Mark, it's Mom. Come home, please.
GDA. Been watching. Of course, I forgot.
But you have to come.
Idiot.
There's no time.
It's all... Well, she set it off. She set off whatever events... This is it. Overcast sky as well.
What's dumb is how long I've been putting up.
It's been blue skies most of the season so far, but now it's all dark.
Amber.
Don't tell her.
Amber,
Not in these circumstances.
I'm in.
Phew. You'd say it at a good time, not as a get yourself out of trouble because she'll only like me if I'm invincible sort of thing.
Oh my god.
It's okay. This is why I'm always late, or why I don't show.
Well, so much for that.
'Cause I'm off saving lives, or stopping some bad guys, or going to Mars.
Why are we not seeing her reaction?
I wanted to tell you so many times. Did you hear what I just said?
I know you're a superhero.
No. You know?
I'm not an idiot. I figured it.
Okay.
You made me feel stupid and unimportant.
It's a secret identity.
And because you don't trust me.
I'm trusting you now.
Oh my god. I mean, it's cute. You think that's enough.
I mean, in his defense, he didn't even tell his best friend, William. And I guess this is partly the result of living in a world with so many superheroes. You can be a bit blasé about, so what, you're a superhero.
There she is!
Aww.
There's our girl.
Hey, monster girl.
Welcome
It's
back.
good. Some positive vibes.
I filled them with beer. You're welcome.
Why?
Guess how long it took him to do that, and how much milk he wasted.
I poured it all down the drain.
Why not just drink the beer out of a beer can? Bloody Rexplode just had me shaking my head all the time.
You saved my life.
Of course. I would never let you die. 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 Die.
Um,
Die. 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 My apologies. A small programming error, soon to be fixed.
no.
Driver. Oh my god. Can I get another milk?
I'm getting concerned. Robot's been one of my faves since the introduction. Cool and amazingly competent robot, but what is going on with him? And yeah, the twins are up to all of this. And what? Wait, this is something to do with the robot. A drone.
Step back, please.
Maybe he's malfunctioning because he's overextending himself.
Gentlemen,
Oh, what is that?
calm down.
Oh,
I believe you can answer that question on your own.
It's the real robot.
Well done. Perhaps you're the original then.
We've been growing you a new body.
And now introductions are complete. Show me your work.
robot's new body. Well, that makes sense. So this is
Be placed on the
Upper brain stem. I recognize a neural link.
this is Mark II, basically, right? Well, Mark II, maybe in more ways than one.
I gotta say it. If you had helped me find him right away, none of this would have ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I suck.
Figures.
fair enough.
Finally
At
found
least he admits it.
someone-
Because I got everything I ever wanted and I messed it all up. Should have listened to my dad.
Your dad?
Omni-Man.
Oh. Of course. Your dad's Omni-Man. Enough with the sulking, you big baby.
What?
Yeah.
You can fly. You're invulnerable. Your dad's the greatest superhero on Earth, and your mom loves and cares
Good
about
reality
you.
check.
You just need to study, and you can pull up your grades. But you were a terrible boyfriend to Amber, and you got what you deserved. Sorry, not sorry.
There you go.
Friends tell friends the truth.
Not like that, they don't. I just got dumped, dude.
You got dumped weeks ago. You just didn't realize it. You're like a bad guy in a samurai movie who gets cut in half but thinks they're fine until they're like, oh my god, my top half's sliding away from my bottom half.
Oh, just ruined a perfectly good burger, mate. It was a good analogy, but you didn't have to destroy the burger.
Debbie,
It's all happening.
good. We need to talk about it.
Nolan killed the Guardians of the Globe.
I know.
How could you know and not tell me?
I couldn't risk Nolan finding out we knew.
What do you mean stop him? Do you mean kill him?
Control him.
Not sure we could kill him. Not us, anyway. There's only one person I know who might be able to go toe-to-toe with Omni-Man and come out on top, Debbie.
No. No, never. You can't.
Where's Mark, Debbie?
Ah, of course. I was... oh, it's so bloody at this point. Yeah, Mark.
I'm not a monster. I didn't want to do it. But it had to be done.
Is he rehearsing?
It was my responsibility. What I'm about to tell you will change everything.
He has his reasons. Well, I really want to hear this whole speech from him. How could he possibly be attempting to explain this in a rational way that he thinks someone might accept?
I didn't design it to be drained or ever opened.
What changed?
I met someone. Make room, please.
I'm trying to keep up with all this. He's getting an upgrade. Ooh, I've maybe conflated things here, and maybe we never saw this robot's real body here with the twins. That was this new Mark II. Maybe we only saw Robot's real body. Robot was like kneeling before it. Okay, that's making sense. I'm starting to catch on, I think. This is an extended sequence. Oh, there goes that machine. What kind of voice is he gonna have? Robot's voice?
You won the coin toss, champ. You're the new one.
I wasn't expecting this feeling of continuance. I closed my eyes and opened new ones. I didn't know which one I'd be.
That's how it works.
Wow.
I'm sorry it wasn't you.
The old clone problem.
Be happy. Change the world.
I can put you back in the pod. We can both survive. Change the world together.
This is what I want.
It was an act of mercy.
We know. We do it all the time.
A little tear on the twin as well. I'm loving this. What a great story. I'd love to know more of, Robot's backstory, but what's happening in front of us is interesting enough, so I'm okay not having all the answers.
It's time you both returned to prison.
He's serious.
What can this new body do?
I'm a 30-year-old genius in a teenage boy's body with a neural link chip you just installed for me.
Whoa. And I'm starting to understand a bit better the love for Monster Girl.
Here we are.
Wow. And of course, he's got a very different voice, the new model, Mark II, as I guess I'm calling him, which makes sense. A whole different voice box and all that. Yeah, Mark's AWOL for everyone. Who will find him first?
Cecil.
No. How do they come up with this? Who writes this show? Seriously. Who writes this? And then who tells the animators you have to go and sit down and draw this for 15 hours?
Oh, shit.
Shit is right.
You've been spying on me? On my family?
No, it was for your family's protection.
Really thought we had a bit more time.
Cecil's little lapdog.
Run now!
There's no running.
Oh, shit.
Donald!
It's been an honor, sir.
Who are you talking to?
That won't get him either, but they're pulling out the stops.
You monster.
He's not dead. Even after evacuating the neighborhood, we had to keep the yield down.
What the?
It was knock him on his ass for an hour or two.
There he is.
Or maybe not even hurt him at all.
This episode's insane, man. Insane.
He's going to find Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So we better find Mark first.
Exactly. It's the battle for Mark's trust at the moment.
What?
Hey, Eve.
Oh, I'm a bit overwhelmed.
All Guardians to HQ. Apocalypse level priority.
What can this new body of robots do, though? Because this is the one bred with blood from with DNA from a bunch of different superheroes, right?
Mr. Grayson.
Be yourself, William. You'll be fine.
Are you okay?
Where's Mark, William? You were supposed to drop him off an hour ago.
Amber dumped him, and he didn't like my advice, so he went to go find Eve. That's not blood on you, is it?
Boy. J.K. Simmons. Mwah.
Sit tight. Hey, we're not your kids.
These mobs should be freaking out. I don't think they're as strong as the last Guardians of the Globe. Omni-Man could obliterate them.
He needs one of those spinning ball things so we know he's still alive.
I'm very much alive. More so now than ever.
What the fuck?
You all know me as Robot, but my real name is Rudolph Connors.
Rudolph?
Why the fuck do you look like me? How the fuck do you look like me?
That is a much longer story.
Right. Bit of Rexplode DNA in there. Well, a lot of Rexplode DNA in there. How much?
Sir, Omni-Man's closing.
Question for later.
Estimated time to intercept, 6 minutes.
Shit.
Can't you use the teleporter to bring Mark and
Holy moly.
We need to buy some time first.
Holy moly.
Let's bring the hammer down.
What is that? This is so intense.
And trust me, being out here is an upgrade to living with my parents.
Believe you.
You wouldn't dare.
Whoa. Oh. Laser from space. GDA got tools. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Holy. The hammer, just to slow him down for a bit. Oh. Just devastated the whole area. Nasty. Oh, he is too strong. It all just started happening so quickly. We're at war. Blood from the nose. He's overextending himself?
$400 billion for the world's most expensive nosebleed.
Yeah, but it's at least a little sign of vulnerability.
Power up the teleporter.
You said we couldn't teleport them yet.
It's not for them.
For you to get to them.
Why me? I mean, sure, I get that anyone would want to be me, but why specifically?
Yeah, actually, why?
And second, why a kid version?
That was nice, that little monster girl look.
You're ruining my childhood, and that's hard because it already sucked.
I adapted your DNA because I noticed Monster Girl found you.
That's the reason.
What? Wait, what? Oh my god, I don't even know how to feel about that. God damn it, robot! Will you please stop fucking me up?
So you lied to us about who you really were, freed the Maulers from prison, stole Rex's DNA.
Right, yes, it was just Rex's DNA. It all kind of makes sense.
I need time to process this. I bet everyone else does too.
You think?
Hey! I know why Cecil's holding us at high alert.
Yeah, there are much bigger things afoot.
What's going on today?
It just keeps putting shivers down my spine, just imagining being in this world while this is
I'll
occurring.
tell you what that is. Not our problem anymore.
We should check in with Cecil.
Forget
It's
it.
the end of the world.
Done with all that. So are you. The world was fine before I came along. It'll be fine without my help. Better, probably.
So cynical.
I get that you're feeling shitty because Amber dumped you, but trust me, you'll feel worse if you sit here and do nothing when you could save lives.
I doubt it.
Fine.
Yeah, not a fan of this version of Mark. What now? Cecil. 1v1.
No. That was just to get your attention. Jesus, Nolan, right for the throat. After everything that we've been through.
Keep out of this, Cecil.
Boy, oh boy.
I've faced death more times than I can count, but I'll be damned if that didn't put my balls in my throat.
Cecil's a boss.
I just want to know why.
They were weak.
They were your friends, and so was I, which is why I know you didn't kill him for the fun of it. Fine. Don't tell me. I'm a good liar. I'm a very good liar. But you're better.
I love Cecil.
Does Mark know that his dad's a murderer? What's he gonna do when he finds out, huh?
This is pointless. You can't stop me.
This is so good.
I can't. But I can do the same thing I've been doing since I figured out you were a lying piece of shit. I can buy us a little more time.
Oh. Something else from space? Oh, he's already built these cyborgs and made them better than they were in the last episode. Oh shit! Biting the skin on his face. Holy moly! I've never seen that. Oh, they are creative little buggers. Cecil is such a boss. He did so well.
Soldiers.
Padded so much time.
Thanks to that monster over there.
Dead soldiers. There he is.
Shut it! I feel dirty even talking to you.
Yeah, he does what he has to do. He doesn't elevate these monsters. He just uses them when he needs to. Ooh. And all of their reactions are the same as mine.
Teleport me to Invincible and Eve's location. Once they get these strapped on,
Yeah.
us home.
Sir, Eve and Invincible are back on the move.
Oh no.
Intercept in 4 minutes.
Oh.
Shit.
Shit! Get him out of here. And get Hail Mary out of the icebox.
He's a bit hilarious. Hail Mary? I don't like the sound of that.
How do we know he'll revive? Cecil couldn't bring him back. Cecil's an idiot.
That's...
He's not called the Immortal.
Immortal.
I'll get the collar.
They're bringing back Immortal. Great, after digging up his grave. What? Now? The Kraken, which gave him a run for his money earlier in the season. They are bringing out all the stops. This is it. Have they made it stronger? That is crazy.
But we removed his pain center and juiced it up with every drug enhancement and upgrade we had.
This is...
That really pissed it off. And it blamed you.
Looks like sick hair. This is amazing.
There are 2 news helicopters moving in on Omni-Man's fight.
What? That is brave and foolish.
If this all goes south, you're our last hope against Omni-Man.
Right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did he just say we're his last hope against Omni-Man?
Yeah, he did.
I guess that's fair that Cecil's keeping them up his sleeve.
Pretty sure that's what happened to the last hope against Omni-Man.
Reminder, bloody reminder, just like we've had many bloody reminders on the Invincible titles each episode. That is such a cool design.
That should buy us 5 minutes or so. Teleport me to Invincible's location.
Can't, sir. Hail Mary was so big she'd burn out the teleporter.
Well, goddamn it, get it working, or we're all dead. Where do you think he's coming next?
The stakes could not be higher, my guys.
Mark's with Eve again. Call her phone.
Ah, it's so intense.
Took you long enough.
I'm not here to help.
You got your phone on you?
Dad!
Oh no, Mark's gonna help him.
I need to talk to him.
You just missed him. What's going on?
Speak quickly and clearly.
Mark.
You mean Invincible? It's about time we did a team up. Come on!
But I need to help them.
Do not do that.
Oh, that was an amazing shot with that depth of field.
Cecil!
Listen to me and do what I say.
Call that thing off, Cecil. Call it off! Mark's in there.
He can't.
I can't do that, Debbie.
Why not?
It's worth it.
I can't. Nolan killed the Guardians.
Yes.
Donald. He shrugged off everything I've thrown at him, and now I don't know if Mark is with his father or against
This
him.
is the Goku Gohan thing, except I had it wrong. Cecil is Goku and Mark is Gohan.
Always hated you.
That's why I hate me too.
Yeah, it's what he has to do. He's the only one who can do it. Saving the world.
Even Frankenstein needed an extra kick to come to life. He's not Frankenstein.
Why do they want him though? I've suspected these twins so far are just like quite selfish. They don't have altruistic sort of goals. They wanted to kill the president. Is immortal some kind of god who's lived forever? Well, immortal. How old is immortal? Seems like much older than I suspected. That was an amazing little montage there.
You're gonna destroy Robot and the new Guardians of the Globe for us.
That's what they want. Oh no! This is not.
Where is Omni-Man?
Okay, no.
Where is he?
Oh. This is so intense. Back from the dead with a rage, an absolute fiery rage against Omni-Man, which could be good for us. I appreciate that they got Adam Eve out of there. Whoa! This looks incredible. And the choral soundtrack.
I'm having a hard time believing what I'm seeing here, folks, but the Immortal, or someone who appears to be him,
reporters,
along with the other members of the original
the world can see.
Killer was never caught.
You should have stayed dead.
Dad?
Oh, zapped him. Clever. Whoa. The world saw that. Good use of silence there. Great.
Mark, we need to talk.
my guys, that was wonderful and incredibly disturbing. Great use of a little bit of silent wind in the credits. They know they have shaken us to the core with that episode. No mid-credits scene, too. Fair enough, that was very much a cliffhanger. Guys, that was so good. Guys, I've been liking this show the whole way. Some episodes more than others. I've liked them all, though. But that was an exceptional episode. It did what I was hoping for, but better than I could have expected, using many of these things, so many of these things that they'd set up over the past 6 episodes, paying them off, all of them, one by one, in really satisfying and logical ways. It was so intense. An absolutely thrilling episode. And I just love these dynamics. The shot we end with, I'll start there. The Nolan, Mark, Omni-Man, Invincible, the whole episode is we need them to get together and then what's going to happen. And that happens right at the end. And now the stakes of Mark being a superhero really come to the front. Because so far he's been, I finally got my superpowers, which I think I deserve. Now I can beat up some easy little bad guys on the streets. Even though I'm invincible, not everyone likes me, and I can't get a girlfriend just to like me because I'm a superhero. Woe is me. But now he's going to find out the true stakes of being in his position. Adam, Eve, and William are great friends to him. I appreciate that both of them, they were good. They were upfront with him. They called him out on a bit of his bullshit, and weren't unkind to him. But they were like, "My dude, there are more important things than you feeling bad about Amber." And so yeah, the whole world has seen Omni-Man for who he really is. I guess those reporters in the helicopter, I was having a bit of a go, being a bit like, you're being a bit silly flying so close to this, but egg on my face. They got the important story and delivered it to the world. Good for them. Mad respect for that. I loved that moment when, I did not love the moment when Omni-Man punches through Immortal, who has only been back for 2 minutes. That's sad, man. All that effort to bring back Immortal for the twins trying to get back at Robot, but that didn't last, did it, at all? And then even Immortal's second life didn't last at all, which it's crazy that they showed us that little montage flashback of like how ridiculous like Immortal's backstory is. Like, we just get this little taster of it, and then bam, he's punched through the stomach, he's gone again. It'd be hilarious if it wasn't absolutely like quite shocking and devastating, really. But yeah, that was confronting. But then what I loved is the shots of the people who were watching that happen around the world. I mean, we get the shots of the crowds, like in Times Square and things like that. And that effectively shows us the scale and a bit of the global context, which is nice. We need that in a show like this. But then when they cut to William and William's expression and Amber on her bed, and then Robot and Monster Girl holding hands in silence. Now that's well done. That's powerful. That shook me a little bit. That it's the personal stakes, and they've established these characters so well. Like that, yeah, they don't need to say anything or do anything much. They just cut to these characters and just show us one little expression on their faces, and I feel it. Basically, I feel it. We are, we're all holding our breaths for this explanation from Invincible about, because he was rehearsing it earlier in the episode to tell Mark, and I assume we're going to hear a version of this, the full explanation next episode. But because that's the thing, Nolan actually loves, to some degree, he loves Debbie and Mark. He seems pretty willing to just kill anyone else who threatens him in an instant, but he loves his family. And how is he going to attempt to explain what he has done? Very interested to see how that goes. The credits I've got right in front of me still just say that Robot's voice is Zachary Quinto, so I don't know if it is still him doing the new model, the new Mark II young boy's voice, or if it's someone else. I don't look too far into any credits or things online, just to keep myself totally fresh and free of as much knowledge as possible. So I'll find out eventually. There's no rush. I can't believe all of the robot stuff was this episode as well. That was so fascinating. We went deep into science fiction with that. It was a convoluted little story that I couldn't have seen coming. That, yeah, Robot was actually in that quite deformed, sort of grotesque, I think is a reasonable thing to say, body, which I believe he said was about 30 odd years old or something. So that's how old Robot is. And the robots we've been seeing were all drones controlled by this guy. What did he say? Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph something is his real name. That's quite a twist. Very interesting. And yeah, of course, I'd mistakenly thought that Robot was putting together a body taking a bunch of different superheroes' DNA, but really it was just Rexplode. And yeah, the reasoning is because we did see that slight, bit of flirtation between Rexplode and Monster Girl, and we saw Robot witnessing that as well. And that's when he had the idea clicked. It's like, if I'm going to get a new young body, why not get a bit of Rexplode going, a younger Rexplode, because Monster Girl likes that. And it's a fascinating story. It really is. But then, so it turns out, I don't know because I assumed Robot was building something super powerful all season long. He was preparing something that could take on Omni-Man, but now I'm not so sure, because this seems like more of just just getting himself a new body. I don't know if he's actually gained so much more power, but now we know he's got like a bunch of drone robots, so that might be pretty powerful, all those robots. Oh man, the fact we saw the cyborg and the villain from last episode, D.A. Sinclair, being used by Cecil, that was really cool. And they were brutal. Great. Just the fight animation in this episode, super creative and interesting. A huge number of grisly deaths in this episode that thankfully my brain, I think as a form of like self-protection, just to keep myself, coping and healthy. It doesn't hold on to these images of these bodies getting ripped apart in such brutal ways. But when they happen, I'm shocked. Thankfully, a few minutes later, already now, thankfully, I've pretty much forgotten some of those brutal things. But Cecil, absolutely loving Cecil. I was a bit worried for some of this episode that where it was heading, that Cecil was about to have to sacrifice himself for this cause. But no, he didn't, which is good, because I love him. He's cool. He's the only one smart enough to combat Omni-Man, and then Mark is possibly the only one strong enough, but yeah, Cecil's the only one smart enough, and he's a whiz on that teleporter, just zapping all over the place there. Man, a fraction slow on that and Omni-Man would have ripped his face off. And we lost Donald. I didn't expect that. So it's all off. We're basically at war with Omni-Man now, which is terrifying. The next episode is going to be something else. Lastly, it is interesting, the little conversation that Nolan and Debbie had at the start of the episode, where Nolan attempted to do this thing where he was just like not explaining himself, but asking Debbie to trust him. Like, you just have to trust me. You know me, right? So trust me. And that is just an interesting thing that on the face of it makes sense, that if you think you know someone, you should trust them, even if they don't explain themselves. But, we live in a world now where we're being shown all the ways that is actually a fallacy. Because, I don't want to get deep into any of this at all, but all of the stuff with the celebrities we found out more about, like Neil Gaiman being kind of the most recent example of this. So many people, me included, absolutely, were as sure as we could be that someone like Neil Gaiman, we knew who he was. And of course, this is just one, celebrity example of a thing that happens all the time on the global stage and in people's personal lives. But knowing someone doesn't necessarily mean you know someone. You can know someone, but if there comes along a situation or scenario where they don't explain themselves, then you haven't known them. I don't know if this is making sense. I mean, that sounds quite simplistic, but really, it just means, why should you ever have to trust someone, even someone who you think you know and trust? Why should you have to trust them through a seriously concerning situation without explanation? I don't know if that totally makes sense the way I've said it, but I don't know. That's just pinged something there for me that I find interesting. I don't know, like blind trust in people, any people, even the goodest of people. Why would you do it? Absolute trust is never necessary, and absolute power corrupts, absolutely. So let's wrap it up there before I keep going who knows where. Thanks for sharing your passion with me. What an absolute blitzer of an episode. Can't wait for the next one. Till then, Tomity out.